And then this is something that we introduced last month because I know I get asked this a lot. I know Rebecca gets asked, I know Ashlee gets asked this all the time, platform tips and best practices. So this is something that we introduced, and each month we're going to dive into a particular feature that we had a lot of questions on. And this month, very exciting, we're talking about how to best utilize our chat feature. And the questions have been around because we have the program chats and we have the direct message chats. And the question is around what's the difference between them. So Ashlee, I'll let you take it from here.
Sure. So program chats and direct message chats. I do think you're right. Like I get a ton of questions about the difference between these two and a little bit of confusion. So direct message chats are going to be for those clients who are not enrolled in a program yet. So maybe they have some questions before they enroll in the program, or maybe they're a client who has finished a previous program and now they're reaching back out. So think of this as clients that are not currently in a program. And you'll notice a few differences between the actual box itself, which by the way, there's a tutorial coming out with all of this information on it very, very soon. So don't worry about having to memorize or write down everything right now. There'll be a tutorial you can check. But in the direct message box in the top right, you're going to see a link to the calendar. Whereas in the programs, it's got also links to the library and links to take you to that program page, because the programs chat is for clients that are currently enrolled in a program. So you're going to be leveraging library resources with them. You're going to be checking out the program, adding session notes, all of those things. So you're going to see those additional options in the chat. And the other nice thing for this program, when you look at the chat, you're going to see what program they're enrolled in, because it's going to be important. Your programs are all different, right? We want to know what perks, what resources, what number of live sessions, how long their program lasts. You can see that date range right there. So it really consolidates all that information in one spot for you. It makes it easier to manage those clients that are in programs. So I know that's a lot of information, but that's kind of the difference between those two. And then, well, is there anything you want to add to that? Because I've got some really neat tips for the actual chat itself that I love telling coaches because they're always so excited about it.
No, I want to know. What are you telling coaches? I want to know this. Tell me.
So, little insider tip and trick here. When you're in the chat box and you're typing that message out to your clients, you can hit enter. It'll go to the next line. Some coaches know that one, some don't, but it's really nice because then you can separate the paragraphs and not have to send multiple messages in a row. So really love that. But the one that everybody gets really excited about is once you send the message, if you right click over that message, there's a couple of different options that you can do. You can edit the message. So this one's a big one for me. If you accidentally make a grammar mistake or a spelling mistake, you can quickly correct that.
Right? Like that drives me crazy as well. When I make a grammar mistake, it drives me insane. Yeah.
So we can go back and immediately fix that. That's beautiful. We can also delete the message. So if it got sent and it wasn't quite finished and we need more time to think about it, or we changed our mind on the direction we want to go, we can delete that message. We can also pin that message. So I know here on the graphic on the slide, you can see that pinned message is up top. That can be for either the messages that you send or messages from the clients. And you can pin those to the top of the chat so you can always reference back to them, which to me is golden because you're going to have these conversations and they're going to keep rolling and so much can pass. And if there's a little message you want to keep a nugget on, or if there was a resource that you pinned with a message for how to use something, you can hold that up there for the client so they also don't have to scroll through. So lots of neat little things that you can do.
I love it. It makes me like want to start coaching again. In my spare time, this is what I'm going to do now.
In your spare time.
My spare time. It was a lot of fun back in the day though. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions about our chat feature, I mean, Ashlee obviously has a lot of tricks and tips, and in our coaching community, that's also a great place to ask. And we have our community on Facebook, which I just don't feel our messages are being seen at all on Facebook. If anybody has any tips how to reach more people in the Facebook group, because we always get asked by coaches that they're not getting the notifications in a Facebook group. But when we post something, it's not seen by many. So just the black hole of Facebook. But if anybody has any tips on that, great. But our community chat on the platform is a great resource. So come in, ask any questions, and everybody's always super helpful in there.
This actually reminds me of a point we should make with the chat too. Make sure your clients have their notifications on so that they'll get the notifications for the messages that you're sending them. The Facebook reminded me of that. So that can definitely be helpful.
Yeah, we've been asked a lot recently about the notifications within the platform, and a lot of people just automatically turn their notifications off. Tell your clients to turn them back on, because it's really, we try not to do too many of them, try not to spam, only the important ones that are coming from you. So there's nothing really that's coming from your coach. It's the notifications that are coming when a coach creates an event or does something that's useful for the clients. So please tell your clients to enable those notifications, because that's going to be super helpful. That's what the platform is there for. It's for you and your client to have a safe space without all the extra noise. Also going to mention once again, the platform is fully HIPAA compliant, so feel safe to use it, and tell your clients to feel safe to use it as well. We take utmost precautions on your behalf. And this is just a better and closer view of what you would be seeing in direct messages and in programs.